Saying thank you to those who serve in uniform every day and fight for our freedom, how you can recognize veterans here on Delmarva.
What gemstone you wear can say a lot about you, what the person who bought it for you may have been thinking, and the special meaning behind the stone.
And we're in the kitchen whipping up a recipe you don't want to miss. Delmarva Life starts right now.
And good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
And I'm Brian Spiros. Welcome to Delmarva Life from Historic Studio D.
And we'd like to welcome you to Historic Studio D.
Yes, here I am.
Out and about.
I'm here today, yes. I deserve an applause, right?
Yes, you do. Jimmy taking a little time off, but he'll be back. We'd also like to welcome our studio audience today.
Yes.
Let's give a round of applause for them. Made it through the Labor Day weekend, bad weather and all.
I know, bad weather. Let's start that right off with our hot topics.
Yeah.
How about that? It's what everyone's talking about on the peninsula. There was bad weather pretty much for much of the weekend.
Yeah, I think everybody got a little bit of it at one point in the weekend, but I tell you, up in Kent County, that's where this picture was taken. There. Berkeley Farms in Camden, I think they got the most frightening weather this weekend. It has not been
incredible picture. I mean, you could see. Now, we should mention the National Weather Service has not yet said if that funnel cloud was in fact a tornado. There are some people who are saying that it was. But I mean, I'm no National Weather Service expert, but that looks like a tornado to me. And this is just some of the damage that was done by those winds. Yeah, it just shows you the force of Mother Nature. It's one we don't want to mess with there. You just be careful whenever you hear those warnings and watches along the area. There's flooding in Camden, Wyoming. Flooding. We should mention that there were other areas too on the eastern shore and of course up in Kent County that also there was flooding from the rain and a lot of storms that passed through the area this weekend. There we have video of it. So a lot of people unfortunately picking up mess left behind, but no one was injured. I believe everyone was okay, and that's the good news. That's it. No one was seriously injured. That is the good news. But aside from the bad weather, summer is now officially or unofficially, however you want to put it, over Labor Day. Usually unofficially over. Yes, because it's not fall until 3 weeks from now, I think. So we have a little bit of time, but Labor Day always kind of marks the end of the summer season. It does. It does. And I'm kind of sad to see it go. You are? I am. I see. I am just the kind of person, as soon as you get into a season and you get into it, and about the time it wraps up is about the time I'm tired of it. You're ready for it to go away. I'm ready to move on. So, yes, no, I'm kind of, what did you do over the weekend? Anything? We had a great weekend. We had some folks in from out of town who wanted to head to the beach. So interestingly, we went to the beach on Saturday. Went to Assateague Island, National Seashore. The wind was coming out of the east, so we ended up with a lot of flies. Oh, that's no good. Yeah, that was no fun. But then on Sunday, we went back. The wind had shifted. We had a beautiful day there Sunday. Everyone enjoyed it, and perfect way to spend Labor Day weekend. How about you? Very good. My future in-laws came down for a visit. And we took them to Rehobeth Beach, and then Sunday we went to Oxford. We took them to the Scottish Highland Creamery for some ice cream. Scored some points there with that. So although I really don't need points at this point, because I'm well on my way with them. You already put a ring on it. Exactly, we're good. But anyway, it was an enjoyable weekend. So now here we are back to work. Well, you know, interesting you should mention Rehobeth Beach, because that's one of the more popular beaches in the country. The Daily Beast released its ranking of America's most popular beaches based on attendance in relation to the population of the town that the beach is in. 4 Delmarva beaches made it into the top 20. In fact, Ocean City is number 2, beating out Miami Beach and Honolulu. How about that? I can't believe that. Miami Beach and Honolulu. But as you said, it's based on the population there and then the influx of people that you get to that area. Exactly. So. Coming in at number 5, Rehobeth Beach, where you ended up this weekend. That's where I was. And Dewey Beach came in at number 8 and Fenwick Island number 9. That's pretty impressive. It is impressive. I think we have a lot to be proud of for our Delmarva Beach. So if you spent your Labor Day weekend at any of those beaches, you should be very proud. And of course, people are probably wondering which one is number 1. I believe that was San Diego. That was the one city that was ahead of Ocean City. Yeah, just one. So just one. Good news there. Got kids back in school after Labor Day. It's always nice to get them back in school, unless too hot, unless the weather doesn't cooperate. Yeah, there's a message going out to parents in Wicomico County. If your student attends a non-air conditioned school and the forecasted temperature of that day is 85 degrees or higher, you may keep them home as an excused
absence.
An excused absence, right. This according to the school's district public information officer. Now, the schools affected by this announcement, we have them there on the screen: Bennett Middle, West Salisbury Elementary, East Salisbury Elementary, also portions of Pittsville Elementary and Middle School. You don't want your son to know this because he'll be Board of Education officials say please contact the school in question to know if it's too hot for your child to be going to school and if they can get an excused absence. So this is going to be like the snow days where, like, when the kids hear the snow's coming and they get up and they pray that there's snow, and now they're going to be like, please, please let it be 85 or hotter in the morning.
See,
that's what I picture the kids doing.
I'm thinking if I slip a few dollars to meteorologist Brian Keene in the morning, he could just make it 84, okay?
Just 84.
If it's 85, 86, what's a couple degrees? Because I need my kid to go to school.
Drop it down.
He needs to go to school.
Exactly. So I don't know if he'll do that for you, but
depends on.
It wouldn't hurt to ask.
Depends on how stressed he is with his finances, which is our next top topic: financial stress. Y'all have dealt with financial stress? I know I have. You have. Everybody has. Well, according to the American Psychological Association, economic problems are a major source of stress for 80% of Americans.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That is a high number.
So with that in mind, Delaware Hospice's Family Support Center is holding a lunch bunch lecture. It is Friday, September 7th. Dr. Judy Pearson is going to be the speaker. It's from noon to 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Delaware Hospice, and it's going to be at their center in Milford. And she's going to just talk about, you know, what you need to do or how you can be relieved of that stress, because we all know it can cause problems in your marriage, it can cause problems in your family. Now, registration is required for this particular lecture, and seating is limited, so you want to register by tomorrow. You don't
have a lot of time by tomorrow.
Yeah, Vicki Costas is the person you need to call, 302-856-7717, extension 1129, or you can email her then. You know, we'll put all this information on our website.
Yeah, we'll put it all on our website, delmarvalife.com. You know, it's important. People should take advantage of stuff like this, because I know people are in a lot of financial situations that can be very stressful, and you don't think there's a way out, but there are a lot of ways that you can, you know, you can help yourself and help others by getting some tips. Right. Maybe we should go.
Well, you're getting married, so you're getting into that whole, you know, what's mine is yours, what's yours is mine.
Don't remind me. I still want what's mine is mine. I'm not ready to give that up just yet, but I guess I'll have to.
We need to talk about that attitude.
The other thing we should talk about, the West Rehobeth Community Land Trust officially broke ground on 2 single-family homes. The Land Trust hopes they will be the first of a series of affordable housing units. The foundations should be laid within the next 2 weeks. Applications are still being taken for families who wish to live in the new homes, and the deadlines for those is September 10th, so that's good. You can go onto Land Trust website there, and you can register for that. Yeah. You don't have a lot of time for that. September 10th, you got to be out
September
by.
10th,
so that's a lot of good information for that.
All right, I got to ask you a question. You know, if you ever watch a show, Jimmy and I have a disagreement. And we're never going to agree on this, and that is how to talk about what you call those big wind things that create energy.
A turbine?
You're right.
Am I right?
You're right.
Yes.
It is a turbine.
What
Jimmy
does he
will
say?
tell
A turbine?
It's a turbine.
No,
yeah.
I say turbine.
Okay, good. Now that we got that out of the way, the University of Delaware, I did not know this, is the nation's leading offshore wind energy academic research institution, and now they're looking for more money from the U.S. Department of Energy to develop an offshore wind project to demonstrate advanced technologies. It seems like we're always, you know, talking about whether or not we want to put those wind turbines out in the ocean. You know, we got the people who don't want to see them out there. But we're looking for alternative energy. So anyway, University of Massachusetts Amherst is also in the running for that money.
Yes, they are.
But I think we need it more.
We need to get it.
If University of Delaware receives the money, the proposed site is in the Atlantic, not the Delaware Bay. Just
right, it's in the Atlantic Ocean, not the Delaware Bay. And as you said, it's a point of contention. Some people think it's great. Other people who, you know, live on the water think that the wind turbines. I said it for Jimmy since he's not here.
Yes, you did.
They think it can be an eyesore.
Well, you know, I was out in West Virginia just last weekend, and we were driving from West Virginia to Pittsburgh, and they have them all up in the mountains, and these things are huge. And I have to admit, although at first when you see them, it's kind of, you know, that's kind of cool, but then you think, I don't know if I'd want to look out my window and see that every day. So
exactly.
For what it's worth. Hey, Kelly Ripa has a new co-host, and it is not
It is not
Brian
me.
Spiros.
It is not me. It is someone else. It is Michael Strahan, who played for the New York Giants. There he is. I'm extremely jealous. He was one of 60 people who guest co-host after Regis left last November, and they made the announcement today, and he is the new co-host of Live with Kelly and Michael. And I'm upset because, as many people know, we went up there to New York in April. I went and interviewed Kelly. She said that we had chemistry. I never heard anything back from her after that.
Oh, well.
Michael Strahan's got it. Oh, well, congratulations, and he is bigger than me.
Well, up next on Delmarva Live, honoring our nation's heroes, our veterans, how you can take part in a local event and show your gratitude to the men and women who gave so much to fight for your freedom.
And later, Fashion's Night Out, how you can take part in the worldwide event right here on Delmarva, and why it's so much more than the glitz and glamour. Delmarva Life, life at its best here on Delmarva.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. And your local York and Mitsubishi dealers.